It never fails. Just as I'm getting ready to go on, it's like people forget. Hi, y'all. It's foodie time. I get a phone call at the top of the hour from somebody who knows I have this show. But anyway, it's funny. How are y'all doing this morning? My voice is probably a little weird today because for some reason, I guess it's the allergies, but I just can't seem to talk like a normal person today. So we'll see how this goes, but I think I'll be able to do it. Good morning. Welcome to Foodie Time. We are Connect and Grow Chat, and it's hump day. It's Wednesday, y'all. Can you believe it's Wednesday? This has been the craziest week. Oh my gosh. Everything has happened, y'all. But let me just say right now, if you're on the replay, type hashtag replay in the comments so that we can connect with you. Because if you want to connect with us live, all you have to do is type hashtag grow and Nightbot will show your link. But you guys, I got to tell you guys know what I've been through these last couple months, but this last week with this condo, the tornado, all the stuff that happened, whew, I haven't had time to grieve, y'all. It's been madness. I got a quote. I know there's some of y'all in here understand what I'm about to say. I got a quote for a condenser on a condo that's a garden house for $10,000, just the condenser, $10,300 and something dollars. For just the condenser. And the only reason they're doing that is because the insurance company is supposed to cover it, but it's a condo insurance policy. Okay, so it's not much money. So yeah, I'm going to have to go out and get a few other opinions. How crazy is that? This is what I'm going through this week. It's like everybody's telling me what they're not going to cover, the insurance company. The HOA, it says they don't cover drywall, but I'm arguing with them about that. The tornado relief has not been approved yet, so there's no money for that right now. Hopefully, crossing my fingers that I'll get something for this to be able to cover all of the drywall, ceilings, flooring, all the windows, the condenser, well, I don't have to worry about the roof and stuff. Thank God. That's the HOA, but it's a garden home. It's one of those homes. It's not a patio home. It's a garden home. I guess you call it a garden home because it has, the garden in the front and the garden in the back, and it's 2-story. Yeah. Pray for me, y'all. I'm about to curse some people out. Just so you know. I'm not usually triggered easily, but this week, oh my gosh. And then right before I came on here, my puppy, which, by the way, my puppy is really big. He can reach the top of the counter in the kitchen. That's how big that puppy is. And he got into some paperwork and shredded it. And it was paperwork for my dad's stuff. And I have no idea. So I was just like, I'm going to take a deep breath and go in here and see my friends. I need to see my friends. So speaking of y'all, welcome into the chat. I noticed that Cheryl and them are all having a hard day too. So I realized that maybe this hump day is kind of an unusual hump day. Let's go back to Taco Tuesday. Angie, the first one in the chat. Hi, Angie, whatever floats your boat. Hey, y'all. So glad to see y'all. Thank you for coming, you guys. I'm not going to get mushy, but I'm going to tell you, if you can look at my eyes and see how watery my eyes are today, I need to see y'all because it has been a rough morning. Okay. Controversial cruising. Welcome to the chat. Good morning, Foodie fam. Hi, Scott. Scott and I have been having this bizarre side conversation that y'all are going to find out about sooner or later. Oh, maybe Vicky will go on early. I could have gone on early if I wasn't chasing the dog. I was chasing the dog right before I came in here to put him in the kennel. The dog is so tall. He's only 5 months. He's not even 5 months. I think he's like 4.5 months. Okay. And they told us it was a miniature poodle. I don't think it's a miniature poodle. It doesn't have any papers, so we don't know what it really is. It could be a giant standard poodle for all we know. I said to my husband, "Boy, this is surprising. This is surprising. This dog is still growing, and he is getting taller and taller." So anyway, so good morning. That's why I didn't come early, Scott. I was too busy chasing the puppy, and he was having a good old time because he thought I was playing. Because puppies are funny. You chase them, they're like, "Yeah!" He was just running. Ryan, PK Adventure Travels, welcome to a Foodie Fam Chat. Foodie Fam Chat. Okay, I don't even know what I'm going to call my chat anymore. How about Foodie Time Chat? Maybe that'll work better. Yeah, but welcome into the chat, Ryan. Morning, all. Working and lurking. Poor Ryan. He has been working hard lately, man. I know you probably always work hard, but I noticed that here lately you have been lurking a lot. So I know they slammed you. He's saying hello to everybody, though. Ryan. Everybody's saying hello. Danny D, the spectacular supporter. Thank you, Danny, for all that you do, because OMG. Poor Chet. His nightbot went bye-bye. Yeah, I don't know what happens when your nightbot goes bye-bye. I imagine that's kind of hard to fix. I hope I don't have to worry about that, knock on wood. So anyway, so Danny's saying hello to everybody, and there's Scott. Hello, hello. Everybody saying hello. Nightbot saying, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you for your support. She's typing hashtag growth. Thank you, Danny, for demonstrating that in case somebody comes on that doesn't know how to yet. And, I tried to make it simple, the 4 letters. I probably should have left the hashtag off now I think about that, because I don't know how hashtag translates in other languages. Do you? Whenever I say hashtag grow, I think to myself, okay, is there a translation for hashtag in other languages? Question. Anyway, Floaty Bodie, what? Denise, Bone Tired Travelers. Hi, Denise. Hi, Denise. Hey, beautiful. What's up? Yeah, what? I know, really. What is going on with this condenser pricing? I know that they inflated it because it's an insurance company, but when you only have like a small bucket of money because it's a condo policy, yeah, that is highway robbery. I agree, Denise. Highway robbery. And Angie said, yeah, that's crazy. It's people. You're at the mercy of claims adjusters, general contractors, and people who are actually doing the work. You are at the mercy. When something happens, I pray nothing happens to y'all, like a tornado hits or something like that. Because even if you have insurance, you got to have the right kind of insurance. If you're in a HOA, I would say, if any of you have an HOA or if you're in a condo right now, find out now what they cover, because one of the things it says in my dad's master deed, and I know he didn't know this, but it says that they do not cover plaster. And here's the thing, plaster, which I guess back when they originally did these condos, still meant drywall. I don't know what's normally covered in condos, really, this type of condo especially, but that seems kind of crazy to me. And then the condo policy people claim that they don't, but I know they do. I think the guy's lying to me, because I talked to the lady next door who also got hit, and she said that she was told by her adjuster that they would cover the drywall. So same insurance company, both of them State Farm. I'm saying it, State Farm, I am not your friend. I don't have State Farm on anything, so I'm going to talk about them badly, okay? And then Ryan says that is insanely expensive for just the condenser. I know. I think we did our whole house. Now, we got like a 2,600 square foot ranch, okay, because it has a finished basement and a finished upstairs. And when we put in our system, it was not even close to that. It was like, I know it's been a few years, but still, it couldn't have gone up that much in like 4 or 5 years. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining. Ryan, we got a 3.5 ton full system. See, y'all know this stuff, for $6,000 less than that 6 years ago. Same here. And this is a condo. I mean, it's not like it's a big place. It does have an upstairs. It is a 3 bedroom, but it's all very small and compact. Okay. Uh, I don't know what to say about that. I'm just, I'm just, I sent it to my husband and I said, okay, I'm not going to say anything about this, but you just tell me what you think of this estimate. And he called me back like a split second later and goes, are you kidding me right now? And Denise said, well, 7,500 for, oh, Najima, I'm sorry. I missed you, dear. I'm sorry. I'm a little watery today. Okay. Najima, welcome to the Foodie Time Chat. See, I'm up here fussing, rambling, missing people. Najima, thank you. And thank you for your little smiley face. I love it. But anyway, but Denise says, well, 7,500 for full system. And then there's no full system. There's already a system. The only thing that was damaged was the condenser. And that's because a tree, and I mean a giant tree, where the tree took out the top half of the condo. Okay. And the back area, the vinyl, all the stuff, the gutters, everything, it landed on the condenser and squashed it like a can. Okay. It is squashed. When I saw it, and I'm going to have to show y'all the pictures. I don't know how, I guess I'll do it on Facebook. When I saw what happened, because the lady who called me next door, she goes, Vicki, I think you should come over here because the tornado took out one of the trees and it landed on your father's condo. And I'm thinking it's the little tree that's in the yard with the condo, but it was a giant tree that came from another property across a gravel road and hit 2 condos. It was a giant tree. It looks like a giant octopus came in and just went poosh. It was crazy. Anyway, so Danny D says, Denise, how are you feeling? Denise, are you okay? Oh, sleepy. Okay, I get it. Are you doing double shifts? I saw that. You said no doubles. I get it. I totally get it. Danny D says, hope you get better, Denise. Your darn stomach flu. Oh my gosh. What is going around? Everybody is sick. I haven't, knock on wood, had that problem. I think I've been so upset that my body can't handle anymore else. Even the viruses are flying out. It's like, oh my gosh. But I've been hearing about people getting COVID and flu, and I'm like, please, I don't need nothing else, y'all. I've got my plate full right now. Whew. Nightbot is sleeping, LOL. I know. I feel sorry for chat. It's working on mine. If you type hashtag grow as you did, it shows the link. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that, but poor chat, Floaty Bodie says, we still haven't heard from our adjuster on our claim. Wow. Are you guys covered in that flooding disaster relief? I know in Kentucky there's flooding disaster relief. I don't know if you guys are covered, but it would seem like you will be in that tank of money. I will send that to you on Facebook. Remind me to send you the link to the emergency funding or whatever they call it. Kathy and Brian, welcome to the chat, y'all. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Vicki, we are both in the car today. Well, be careful, okay? Hello to everyone in the chat. Okay, be careful out there. So much has been happening this week. I don't want nobody to get hurt or have any accidents. And poor Eddie. Oh my gosh, I missed Eddie's first show. I don't know if he did his first show. Like I said, it's been a crazy morning. I've been on the phone all morning. I've been only able to kind of sneak a peek at what's been going on and say hello when I got a chance. And so I missed a lot of information today, and I hate that because, we talk about stuff all morning long, and usually it starts off at Eddie or somebody above him, and it just flows down. So I missed everything. Oh, Denise said State Farm will screw you over in a minute. Okay, I've never dealt with State Farm before. Our insurance for our house is through Kentucky Farm Bureau. And they seem to be pretty good. I don't know, knock on wood, we haven't had to really challenge that. We recently had hail and probably have hail damage. I told my husband, I said, we probably should get somebody up there to check that out and see what's going on with our roof. But I haven't really used it. Tell you what, Denise said, signed, lived through Katrina. Ooh, yeah, that was bad. Okay. Whenever I think about how bad this is, I also think about how bad it could have been because tornadoes never hit Louisville. This was I think the last one was 30 years ago. This is a very unusual thing. And for it to hit the town that me and my father both live into, which is Jeffersontown, that was just crazy. Okay. Uh, it's like it picked a couple little towns on the edge of Louisville and just smacked them. Went through, scared my husband. He ran downstairs. I mean, he's not scared of storms like I am. So I was really shocked to hear him running down the stairs. That's a whole nother story. Scott says, Vicky, did you want to tell everyone the amazing Friday news? I will. If you want me to tell everybody, Scott, we all can now look forward to. Yeah, I'm going to be on the match game with Jorge. with Jorge this week. Special guest. Yes. Scott said that to me. And I was like, at first I was very, honestly, I was like, wow, I was excited and amazed that he was asking or saying anything about it. And then I got nervous. I was like, wait a minute. I always lose on the match game. So then I got nervous. And then when I asked Jorge, which is so funny, he says, is that the game you watch every Friday night when we're supposed to be playing pickleball? He knows me. I'm like, everybody's playing pickleball. I'm here going, oh, yeah, I know that answer. Sausage. But so he knows. And every once in a while, he'll start telling me answers. So he kind of knows about the match game, but he hasn't actually seen it. He has watched me watch it. Okay. And I said, well, Scott asked if we wanted to be special guests. And he goes, okay. This is a person who came onto my live a couple days ago and didn't even say anything, y'all. He came onto the live the day I was talking about him, of course. The day I was talking about how he pours garlic into everything. See, that's why you gotta be careful what you say. He didn't even mention, by the way, that he heard what I said about his cooking. He just said, I was on your live the other day. So there you go, guys. Well, at least maybe he won't put too much garlic on anything after that. But thank you, Scott. Thank you for making my week. This ought to be really interesting. Scott, I have no idea how to get on a StreamYard, by the way, a stream. So just so you know, you might want to test me out before that day, just to kind of see if I can do it. Okay. TWP Popcorn, what's poppin'? Hey, man, welcome to the chat. We're talking about crazy stuff. I'm fussing and going on a State Farm rant. See, they've never had me in a customer, and I think they killed it, okay? I think they've killed the chances of ever getting me as a customer because I've been hearing nothing but bad things. Yeah. So everybody's saying hello. Oh, Danny D, hey. Denise says, yeah, I had a stomach bug I got from my daughter and grandson. Lost about 5 pounds overnight. Girl, I know, right? Oh no, that's the worst kind. Oh yeah, that is the epitome of flu or stomach virus or whatever it was. Whew. Angie says, is Vicky going to be on the match game, Scott? Yeah. Special guest. Got to figure out how to get some match cards or something. Honestly, you guys, I was so excited that I forgot to ask out a bunch of questions. I was like, oh my God, we're going to be on a game show. Jorge loves games. I should not be surprised that he said, okay, because normally when we're on a cruise, he's trying to figure out a competition to be in. That's his thing. He's competitive. I'm not competitive. I just like to play. Okay. As you guys have noticed, if you've seen me on a game, I am not the one like racing to get to be the first person. I'm the one going, that could be sausage. And I tried to explain the sausage thing to Jorge because we watched an old one, Scott, so he could get an idea of what it was like. And of course, it was a question for the Griffins, and it was about, his sausage. Well, the answer ended up being his sausage, but Jorge was like, how did everybody know the answer was sausage? I'm like, dude, if the answer can be sausage, it's going to be sausage. It's hard to explain, really. Really, think about it. It's kind of hard to explain to people who are not familiar with the game why everybody knew the answer was sausage. Uh, Uh, and then Danny D said, that's what I'm thinking, Angie. And you both would be right. Yes, I'm going to be a guest on the match game. So that's going to be really exciting. Scott said, Angie, if we were playing the hot and cold game, you would be on a fire. Angie says, oh no, Denise. Scott said, feel better, Fenice. My Thirsty Thursday co-host bi-weekly. I know. So what's going on with that? I got part of it. I saw you and Ryan talking about changing time periods, but I was too busy talking on the phone. It was crazy. So I missed all of that. Y'all are going to have to tell me what's going on. Did you guys change times? Scott says, feel better, Fenice, my Thirsty Thursday co-host. Okay, so click the like button. Thank you, Nightbot. Woo! Ryan said. Oh, okay. It skipped. Okay, if I can find Ryan's woo, there it is. Danny D, I knew it. Woo, yes. Yeah, we're going to be on there, and it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see Jorge on there because he has never been online except for the day that we showed y'all the puppy. That's the only time he's been online like that. So I'm trying to get him to go online because dude is a fanatic. He is a sports fanatic. He knows everything. You ask him a question about any sport, he'll tell you the answer. That's how much he watches sports. Sausages, Danny said. So Danny says, yay, so happy, it's going to be fun. Remember, if you can't think of anything, it's sausage or Susan's. Sausages. Okay, I agree. I definitely agree. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Hey, welcome to the chat. I've been wanting to ask you about the name of your channel, but love mowing and cruising. You love mowing? Darren, you love mowing? I don't know anybody who loves mowing, so that's interesting. Good morning, everyone in the room and host. Hi, it's Darren. Whatever floats your boat says, hello, can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Oh, Tanisha, Life with Tanisha RN has come into the chat. Hi, dear. I don't even know if you got to do the day of the day today because I missed the whole freaking show. I felt bad. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to the chat. Usually when I come into this chat, I already know what we have started discussion about. Okay. So I have no clue what we talked about today. But thank you, Tanisha. She comes in with information, y'all. Good morning. Happy National Banana Day. Okay, now that might have been exciting on the Go Live Together because they are the banana fam. So National Banana Day. I like banana bread. I don't like bananas. Is anybody else like that? You like banana bread, but you don't like bananas? I will not eat a banana. National Health XR Decisions Day. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I got a funny feeling that it has something to do with making decisions about your health. National Bean Counter Day. Now, that probably is a very interesting day. I mean, bean counting? How could that not be interesting? National Orchid Day, the flower that I kill every year. Every year. Somebody gives me an orchid every year. I kill it every year. I feel bad. I don't know how many orchids I've killed in a lifetime. They're beautiful, but forget about it. I can't keep one alive. National Pathway Day. What is that about, Tanisha? National Pathway Day. It sounds familiar. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. It's hump day. We're halfway through the week, almost to the match game. Scott, I gotta practice before. I've got to practice getting on the StreamYard. Do you realize, Scott, that the reason I'm not on StreamYard as we speak is because of a unrational fear of getting on StreamYard. So this is going to break me out of it probably. Let's hope. Anyway, Danny D. Tanisha, hey. Tanisha says, I missed the Go Live show 2 days in a row. Well, I'm glad you made it to ours. Blessed mornings with work meetings. Yeah, you told me that. The other day when you was there, you was talking about how you hadn't ate, but you was going into a meeting, and then we all know that they give you food in a meeting. Best junk food ever, okay? Donuts, coffee, juice. It's by the time you get ready to really talk about something, you have a sugar coma, and this is you're like, okay, what did we talk about today? People are asking you questions. I've done those corporate meetings. I understand. Okay, I was corporate for many years, and I tell you, I always used to tell people, if you have a sugar problem, let me know, because this meeting food is not going to be what you want. Okay, I try to find something that they could eat, Slim Jims, anything that didn't have sugar in it. But anyway, that's how that goes. Life with Tanisha, RN said, oh yeah, she missed 2 days on Go Live. I tell you, I've been watching. I just have been so distracted that I'm basically lurking any way you look at it, because I'm trying my best to hear, but then I end up answering the phone. And anyway, Danny D said, no worries, Tanisha. Today was a short stream. It really was. I looked up to see if it was what they were talking about, and it wasn't on anymore. It's like, uh-oh, what happened? Eddie and Cheryl weren't feeling great. See, everybody's sick. Dollar Tree has those erasable boards. Oh, Angie, good to know. Okay, are we talking General Dollar or the Dollar Tree dollar? My husband loves going into Dollar Tree. He buys a bunch of junk that we can't eat, but he loves going in there. He buys sunflower seeds too, so I guess that's okay. But so any excuse to go to the Dollar Tree is good. I'll probably hit that after pickleball tonight. So we're playing pickleball. No, I'm not going to put pickleball. I have been playing pickleball for days. We started at a tournament on Saturday, so I played Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. So I'm kind of pickleballed out, y'all. Hashtag pickleballed out. Okay. There we go. Go to Dollar General or Dollar Tree and grab a couple. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you, guys. Y'all are just a whole boat full of information floating. Denise. Couple of dry erase boards and markers. Now I've got the markers because once upon a time I used to do trainings, and I do still, they're probably dried out. It's been so long, but I do have a bunch of markers. Denise, that's all you need. Thank you, guys. Danny says, I can't wait to watch you on the match game. Oh, I can't wait either. I'll be watching Jorge, waiting to see what he does. I'm just curious, y'all. At this point, when he said that to me, that it was okay that he was coming on, all of a sudden I forgot I was going on. I was thinking, wow, he's going on. Okay, this is going to be interesting. He's very competitive. He's always the captain of the Quest group. He likes to be in charge of Quest. I got to tell you that, Scott. When we get on the, I don't know if they do Quest on the celebration, but dude's going to be all over that. Okay, he's going to want to be the captain. So I don't know how many captains are going to be on that cruise, but it's going to be interesting. Anyway, Danny D says, I can't wait. Don't forget that Liz and Chris and Greg and Michelle sniff the markers. Scott did ask me, do we drink? And I was laughing about it because I'm the only one of us who really drinks. So So I'll be the tipsy one. Jorge will be the one who's like in charge and he doesn't say anything. But yeah, so I will be drinking. He'll probably bring juice or something because he likes those fancy juice drinks and stuff. So he'll do tea though. He's like you, Scott. He likes drinking tea. So dry erase boards. Okay, sniffing the markers. I'm curious. You want to explain that one to me? Denise. Hey, 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 hey. Life with Tanisha says, oh no, Danny D, I'll check in on them. Thank you for that, Tanisha. So good to have nurses in the group. Please check on them. Ryan says, yeah, Christine has to work later in the day. So with Scott moving his Thursday to 9 p.m. Eastern, we are moving PCAT chat to Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, starting May 1st. So she will be off work. Oh, okay. Thank you for that explanation. I did not know that. But yeah, first of all, Scott, you're moving to 9 p.m. Eastern. Why? Do you just like keeping us up? Scott's fault. Kathy and Brian, will you all be on this Friday? Yeah, we will be on. Oh my gosh. Danny D, yeah, Tanisha. I hate onions, but love Funyuns. Denise, I'm right with you. Denise and I love the same stuff. I saw you holding up that Angry Orchard, and I'm like, oh my gosh, another person that loves hard cider. We love the same stuff, Denise. I love Funyuns with my hard cider. Yeah, go figure. But yeah, there are some things that you like in a different form, but you don't like them in their original form. I totally get it. My kids will not eat onions, but they will eat Funyuns in a second. In fact, they will fight over Funyuns. I have found out in the past. Oh my gosh, the fam adventures. Welcome to the Foodie Chat, coming in with some good morning, Mushy. Ron. Bone Tired Traveler says, if I can do StreamYard, I know you can, Vicky. Don't assume, Denise. Don't assume. Ron says, I mean, good morning, Mrs. Vicky. Oh, okay. Everybody saying hello. Tanisha's saying should be National Healthcare Decisions Day. National Healthcare Decision Day educates and empowers the public and healthcare providers to take part in important advanced care planning. That would be a good thing, right? I know y'all as nurses understand what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody planned their healthcare properly? I mean, I know. I've heard a lot of stuff in my family, and I keep wondering, I can understand if you don't have the money and you can't plan health care, but if you do have the money and you don't plan your health care out right, if you don't ever go to the doctor, if you don't ever get checked for stuff, and then you get surprised by kidney failure and stuff like that, it makes no sense to me. It's like you could have been monitored every year, dude. I don't get that. So Ron is asking Denise how she's feeling, and she says, better finally. Thank goodness, girl. And he's saying hello to everybody. Did you pass it along to Dwayne? Oh my gosh. Kathy and Brian, is StreamYard the best price program for going live? I can answer that question. I've already looked. But the reason I would use StreamYard is not because it's the best price program. It's because it's the one I'm most familiar with, because so many people I know use it. And at least I feel like if there's something that I want to do, I know a bunch of people who have probably already done it, especially Scott, right? Especially Scott. There's exceeds possibilities, and then there's super exceeds possibilities. He is so funny. Anyway, so there you go. That's the reason that I'm choosing it. I mean, I know it costs like $45 a month, and in the bigger scheme of things, that is probably the calmest of all, except for my host agency. My host agency for travel is a little bit less than that, But of all the business expenses I have, the $45 is probably the cheapest. Okay. So I figure, considering it would make things a little bit better for y'all, it would be easier, I think, for me to read all of this information. Plus, I can add on guests and stuff. It could get really exciting, y'all. So she says, good morning. Oh, Denise says, so far he's good. Okay, that's good. Dwayne is okay. That's good. Kathy, and then we're talking about good morning to all in the chat in case we missed anyone. Ryan says, you can also get the boards on Amazon for a few bucks and get them fast. It would have to be really fast. Since it's Friday, really fast. Okay. And Friday is Good Friday. Snuck up on me, y'all. I had no idea. And then I heard them talking about it at church, and I was like, it's Good Friday already? What the heck? But yeah, I don't know. Hey, which reminds me to ask y'all, Easter, are you going to paint Easter eggs, or is that just too much of a financial situation? I looked at the eggs and I was laughing about it because my husband loves boiled eggs, and every once in a while I get a little crazy and try and color some eggs and just do silly stuff for everybody. The kids won't eat boiled eggs, by the way. And when I say kids, I'm referring to people who are over 32 years of age. They're not kids anymore, but they won't eat eggs like that. So I'm not going to buy a bunch of boiled eggs, paint them, and bunch of eggs, boil them and paint them and nobody eat them. That would be very wasteful considering the situation with eggs, right? Whew. Anyway. Okay, so Nightbot is saying, please join the Facebook group. And that's the Facebook group that is a vacation group, and post a vacation video there. Kathy and Bryant said, oh, I missed Pence. Hey, Camille. There you are. I almost missed you. Good morning, Camille. I've been on Camille's, I call them nighttime chats. I think they're going during the day too, where she plays the sleepy stuff, like rain or waterfalls and stuff like that. It's been knocking me straight out, Camille. But the good news is I'm still connected. I come on, I lay back and I go, oh, this is nice. And next thing you know, I'm out. Okay. So thank you for that, Camille. Sleep has been a really, really hard thing for me lately. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your chat and all the people and your chat that have joined my community. I'm like, wow. So good morning, dear. Welcome to the Foodie Time Chat. You missed it. I'm going to be on the match game Friday. I don't know if you've ever watched the match game, but on Friday, Scott has the match game. And Jorge and I are going to be on there. So that's going to be pretty crazy because he's never been online like that at all. I don't think he's even been on a broadcast before, anything like that. So I'm just really, I'm dying to see what he does. That's the part I want to see. Kathy and Bryant, by the way, people are using marshmallows instead of dyeing eggs this Easter. Can you dye a marshmallow? I'm all for using marshmallow on chocolate. I say we do s'mores for Easter. What do you think? But I'm all for using marshmallows. But can you dye a marshmallow? I never really thought about that. Marshmallow Rice Krispie treats. Oh, that's another marshmallow thing I'm all for. I'll dye some marshmallow treats. Some crispy, what are they called? Rice Krispie treats. Hello. You can dye those. I know because I did one year. We dyed them for, I think it was 4th of July, red, white, and blue or some crazy. I don't even know. But yeah, I think you can do that. So I'm all for dyeing those crispy Rice Krispie treats. Kathy says, well, she's the one who says dyeing marshmallows. Yeah, please expand. Can you dye a marshmallow? Ron says, oh, well, Mrs. Vicky is on the match game. Yes, question mark, question mark, question mark. Scott's fault. Life with Tanisha's Pathway Day celebrates the industry themed career and technical education courses for high school and community college students that use the industry to prepare them for both their career and college. Good stuff. I like that. Okay. I'm all for planning. And Tanisha, you are the planning queen as far as I'm concerned. But this is a good thing. We need direction. Back in my day, they didn't give you any direction. Their idea of giving you direction was to tell you how to get to the library. You can find these books in the library that will help you with picking out your college. That was their direction. Okay. Things have changed over the many years since I was in school. Many, many years. And then, yeah, Tanisha says, or Danny says, yep, Ron, she will be. Yep, I will be. DeFam said, yes. It ought to be interesting, y'all. Really, really interesting. I don't do good on game shows or games, period, for that matter. In fact, I am not a good game player because I think a little differently than most people. So nobody ever matches me except Chris. Chris and I think alike. One time I was on Match Game and he was the only one that said crushed. And I said crushed. I was the only one that said crushed. He was the only one that said crushed. And I thought, that's strange that I would match Chris, the person who does the tassels and the flashing. And by the way, that was what my answer was for one of his things was flashing because he likes to say flashing or do flashing. Say flashing, do flashing. The Family Avenger says, Tanisha, you're going to get a kick out of this. I am going to be on the search for Port Birmingham coming up. The search for Port Birmingham. You guys, I don't even know what that is. Tipsy Vicky. Hashtag Tipsy Vicky. Now people will believe that one. LOL, tipsy mushy Vicky. I do get mushier when I'm tipsy. Just so you know, Ron, if you're ever on a cruise with me, if anything makes me mushy and I'm tipsy, yeah, y'all don't want to watch that. But anyway, I better go on and do the group cruise list because, dudes, it's already 10:42. I'm just talking away today, y'all. Hey, you guys, this list is getting long. I'm going to go through it really fast now. Watch me. Victoria is about to come into play. 2025, our group cruises are. Seeing as Travels has a back-to-back on the Vista by Carnival out of Port Canaveral. And it is September 20th to the 28th. And then the back-to-back is the 20th to the 4th of October. It's a non-group. Jeremy and Cheryl have the Go Live Together cruise, which is November 9th. It's a non-group cruise, meaning anybody can book it. MSC Seascape from Galveston, Texas. Ryan PK Adventures has the Gobble and Go cruise, which is on Thanksgiving of this year, so you don't have to cook. Yay! November 22nd to the 29th. And here's the biggie, y'all. It's on the World America. And you guys have seen those videos. Have you seen those videos? Y'all, I watched Kurt and Marsha, and I watched somebody else that was showing a whole bunch of stuff. And all I can say is, man, this hair is just doing its own thing, y'all. I was watching the World America stuff, and you guys, that is exciting. Ryan, you don't know how much I hate that I have to stay here and cook for a big family. Oh my gosh, I want to go so bad. Rob, cruising on the high seas, Booze Cruise 3.0 out of Tampa, the grandeur of the seas, 10/25 to November 1st. Oh, by the way, Ryan does have discounted group rates like $300, $400 off. I'm just saying, brand new ship, MSC. I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it. Okay, Bruce, Ocean to Ocean Travel, Helping Hands for Cruising, Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. And that's going to be November 29th through December 6th out of Miami on the NCL Encore. Okay. Scotty J Travels has the Jubilee by Carnival out of Galveston, Texas on October 18th to 25th. Have you ever watched Scotty's videos? He just released one yesterday and had me cracking up. He is so funny. He is so funny. Oh, How We Cruise has a group cruise. Sunrise of Carnival out of Miami, July 12th. And they also have one, Howard Cruise has one that's November 2nd through the 9th on the MSC Viglia. Who came up with this name? 7 nights, includes drinks and Wi-Fi out of Brooklyn, New York. Makes me think of Eddie, who's coming up next in 2026. Wow, there are a lot of cruises on 2026, y'all. So if you want to take a cruise with the family, here we go. We got so many to choose from. We've even got some in the summertime. So there you go. So Eddie's Booze Cruise 4.0 leaves on Halloween, October 31st on the NCL Viva. A lot of people are going this. It's out of Galveston, Texas, including Lucia and Glenn. I love Lucia and Glenn. So Scotty J Travels, Carnival Magic, March 15th. It's a 6 night. He corrected me and said it's a 6 night out of Miami. The Carnival Magic, from what I understand and watching Scott's videos, it seems like a pretty cool ship. Okay, I mean it's very it's exciting. That's about the best way I can describe it. It's not. I don't know. I wasn't expecting what I saw when I watched it, but it looks pretty exciting. Okay, Fats and Trey. They're having a group cruise on the Carnival Sunshine, July 27th to August 1st. It's called Creators at Sea. So that gives you an idea how many people are going to be on this ship. Norfolk, Virginia. I think that's driving distance for me. I might be able to go on that. And it's in the middle of the summer, July 21st, August 1st. I'm putting a star next to that one. It's a possibility. I've not been on a Carnival ship in a long time. The last one was the Victory, which turned to the Radiance. The the Radiance used to be the Victory, for all of y'all who don't know. I didn't know that until I looked it up. Bruce of Ocean Ocean has the ABC cruise. Okay, ABC cruise. That's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, my favorite place. April 11th to 2026 out of Miami, Florida, the Carnival Horizon. There are a lot of people going on this cruise. I think they've already booked, probably like 20 cabins or more, something like that. I know Bruce was telling me 15, and that was a while back. So Life with Tanisha RN has got the group cruise for the Star of the Seas, the biggest ship by Royal Caribbean. It is the sister ship of the Icon, okay? And it is out of Port Canaveral. That's the difference. It's also newer. But, I don't know. You'll have to tell me, Tanisha, is there anything different about the Star of the Seas? Sometimes they tweak things a little bit between the releases of their ships. Even the sisters and brothers of that ship. That is out of Port Canaveral, and it is a 7-night starting on October 25th of 2026. Eddie Lugo's MSC Seaside. He's got a non-group. This is his 20th anniversary with Alice out of Miami starting June 1st. And I think it may be a 5-night cruise, might be a 4-night cruise. It's a shorter cruise. But anyway, Parker's on the Go. They've got the Luscious Ladies Cruise on Virgin Voyages, October 22nd to the 26th. Just hearing the name makes me think I should go on this cruise. Luscious Ladies. This is a 4-night cruise. I think it's the Soirees Cruise, as they call it, which is the 4-night on the Resilient Lady out of Miami. So, and then we have the Helen Meetup, March 6th through 8th in Helen, Georgia. And that's going to be a big event for the creators in this community and the supporters and probably friends as well, handled by Magnificent Germany with Darion. Okay. Scott and the Carnival Cruise addicts and me. I'm not hosting anything, y'all. Just so you know, I just threw me in there. But we're going on the Carnival celebration on Valentine's Day. I know you've heard about it because everybody is talking about it. It's not until Valentine's Day on 2027, but it's exciting because so many people, I mean, we're talking Antoinette at Fun, Sherman, June and Brady, Ron, Scotty J, Eddie, Jeremy and Cheryl, me and Jorge. You gotta come, y'all. This is going to be the place to be. This is going to be the place to be. Ascot. Anyway, so it's leaving out of Miami on Valentine's Day, and in one of the places it's going to hit that I'm really curious about is Celebration Key, because everybody's been talking about that. It's also going to Amber Cove and Half Moon Cay and Nassau, I believe. I think Nassau, right? Right, Scott? Bruce, ocean to ocean. It doesn't matter where it's going. We're going to be on it. Look, if we're still on it by the time it gets to a port, yay. If we haven't got kicked off because of Scott and Scotty, yay. Bruce of Ocean to Ocean has a cruise on the NCL Encore. He likes the Encore, doesn't he? It's a Mexican Riviera, and that's on February 28th. So if you survive the Valentine's Day cruise, then you should be able to get on this one. And it's out of California. So that's a flight, y'all, from Miami all the way to California, but so much fun on the Mexican Riviera. That is a great cruise. So there you go, guys. Those are our group cruises. Go back to being Vicky, Mushy Vicky. Y'all are funny. Tipsy Vicky, Mushy Vicky. Floaty Bodie said, Scott, 9 p.m. is past my bedtime. Ron said, mushy, not muchy. I appreciate that. Camille of Pitts Life says, I'm at work, but I'm listening, friend. Aw, thank you, sweetie. I love lurkers. And Danny did said, hashtag Scott's fault. This is definitely Scott's fault. Denise, Scott's too sassy for prime time. Maybe it's all that talk about sausage. LOL. Danny D, he is sassy. Denise, very, very sassy. I know. Saucy, spicy. I'm going to say spicy. He's spicy, very, very spicy. Oh man, it jumped, y'all. Wow. It really, really jumped. I must have hit the wrong thing. Man. Ah. Anyway, you're going to have a great time. Dude. I'm looking through saying, okay, we haven't talked about this. We haven't talked about that. Yeah, so I missed a lot of stuff. How did you guys type all this stuff and it didn't jump at all while I was running my mouth about the cruises? Oh my gosh. Must she not? Okay, we're finally back to the lurking. Scott's fault. Scott's too sassy. Yeah, he is sassy, but he's spicy. He's sassy and spicy. Spicy sausage. Okay, Ryan said these mountain time peeps have no consideration for the correct and only time zone. Eastern, our needs and bedtimes outrank MST convenience. Ha 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 ha. Edna's World. Hi, Edna. Good morning. Welcome into the chat. We're up here talking about, I'm going to be on the match game Friday with my hubby. I don't know if you watched the match game, and probably so, since you and Sky know each other. But yeah, I'm a little nervous, kind of excited because my husband never goes online, so I'm really excited about this. Ron says, everybody saying hello to Edna. Ron says Ryan is not. It's not consideration. The only time zone matters would be CST, which is why it's always. I think everything's done in CST, right? And we just don't care, LOL. Okay. Now we're going to have a time zone fight in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody saying good morning to Edna. EST, EST, EST. I agree. Everything should be an EST. But if everything was an EST, how would that work? I don't know how much that would mess up, but it'd probably mess up a lot of stuff, wouldn't it? Ryan, we just use the free version of StreamYard, and that works for us so far. You have the free version of StreamYard? Okay. I probably have it too. I downloaded it at one point. Oh, Pitts gave me green hearts. Hearts in the chat. Thank you, sweetie. I have the free version of something. And then Denise says StreamYard is stupid expensive. It really is. But that's what everyone else has. I know. And I think we are succumbing to peer pressure. Everybody has StreamYard, so everybody gets StreamYard. That's how that works. And then she says, and then Kathy says, oh, good to know there is a free version, PK. And then Ron says, sec, CST, CST, CST. Okay, same is what Ron said. He has the free version too. Do I have the free version? How do you get the free version? Okay, now we all need to know this. LOL, yes. Venice, keeping up with the Joneses. Yes, that's what it is. Well, I think it's more than that. Hold your pinky out when you say that. Pinky out. I think it's a matter of, what our community knows. It's not, I don't know if it's so much keeping up with the Joneses. It's probably more trying to learn what the Joneses know. Ryan said, just messing with you, Ron. Hey, hey, hey. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, that was a good one, Ryan. LOL. Oh, it was a good one. Ron says, you're going to have a great time. I don't know. We'll see. I think I have a good time playing, but there's no pressure. Okay. There's no pressure for me to answer something that other people have matched or will match or whatever. I should have brought my water because I told y'all at the top of the hour that I'm having trouble talking today. I hope I'm not coming down with something. It'll be hashtag horse Vicky. I have never watched, but I will. Pitts, I'm telling you, Camille, you will love this because it is the most exciting, as he put it, YouTube game out there. DeFam Adventure says dying marshmallow is fun, but the Sharpie marker leaves stains on my tongue. You're silly. Pitts Life, it's so much fun. And then Ron says, you have seen how we play it. You're going to do great. I have seen how y'all play it. I'm not sure I'm going to do great. Danny says that may be scary when you get into Chris's head. That is scary. Okay. Some of the times even Chris throws me off. And Chris and I, like I said, have a tendency to match. So don't ask. But and Liz loves the lamp. The lamp? What is the lamp? Okay, now I need to know this before the game. Okay. Nightbot says, please join the vacation group on Facebook. There you go. There's the link. And post a vacation video. Vacation only. Okay, CNS Travel. Good morning, everyone. Sherman, hi. Welcome to the chat. You're just in time to hear us start talking about sausages. Sherman, I'm going to be on the match game Friday with my husband. I don't know if I can handle it. It's kind of risque. They had to move it to 9 o'clock right now. No, I'm just kidding. Scott is kind of spicy. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, guys. I hope that I do better than when I play the game. That's all I can say. Savage Batman, hi, welcome to the chat, Batman. Love it when you come in because I get to imitate you and say Batman. But yeah, Ron is messing with all of us. Danny D says, doing good, Savage, chilling. Because he was asking her, how are you? And then Savage Batman says, DeFam, how are you? So everybody's saying hello. Wow, I missed a lot of stuff, y'all. Jeez. Everybody's still saying hello. I'm good and hope you are. Oh, Vicky, I'm over 600. Woohoo! Go, Savage Batman. How are y'all's numbers doing? I've been meaning to ask that question. You know, I'm supposed to be helping y'all. We need to know. How are you doing on your channel right now? Oh my gosh, is it 11 o'clock? What the heck? Congrats. Congratulations, dear. Congrats. Oh, that is so good. Awesome, Savage Batman. Thanks. He says, please connect to the food channel also that I have. I appreciate y'all. Took it over 50, so I get to do a live now on there and on my mobile, which is probably how that's going to happen. Life with Tanisha Star will have a few minor changes, additions, but not many. One addition I'm looking forward to is facial recognition to get in your cabins. Wow. Okay. Only a select few test cabins and a family townhouse suite. Ooh, yeah, I agree. That sounds pretty cool. I do like seeing the new stuff, y'all. I love the new technology. As long as it's working properly, because you know how that goes. Team CST. Danny typed hashtag grow, which showed her link. Thank you. Together we travel. Hello, everyone. They said hello to you guys. Welcome to the chat. I really appreciate y'all coming. Type out your link with hashtag grow for us so that we can connect with you. Because honest to goodness, I'm not sure that I'm sub to you guys. Are y'all sub to me? Look, type hashtag grow so I can sub to your channel. But anyway, welcome to the chat. It's 11 o'clock and actually we're over, but I'm still talking because Go Live Together, they had to cut off early. So, you know, I'm okay with going over because we haven't had our full amount of discussion today. Thank you, everybody, for typing hashtag grow. Everybody saying hello to Together We Travel. And then Tanisha says, I have paid a paid version of StreamYard and I need to get on and just say and do something. So y'all stay tuned and join me for something live. Yes, we want to see you do something live. Thank you. The Family Adventures, Vicky, you can just download StreamYard. I have downloaded StreamYard. That's the bad news, Ron. I have downloaded it. It's on my computer. I don't know when I did it, but I did. Ryan, I just created an account for StreamYard and I just use it via the website. I did not download anything. Really? Wow. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Totally intrigued. Furnace loss. Fur. Welcome to the chat, dear. Hashtag grow, please, to show everybody your link. Hi, Foodies Vacations. Good morning. How was the night? I'm going to be on a game show on Friday, the match game. You got to come. I'm just inviting everybody, Scott. You got to come and see that. But it's going to be, you can just come to my channel or go to Scott's channel, whoever, just come and see the game on Friday night. I was on your live last night. This morning. Was I on your live this morning? No, I was on your live last night too. I was on Pitt's live. I was on your live. I was on a few lives last night. All my TVs were doing something different. But Ron says, that's right. You don't download anything. See, I'm learning information here. This is important information. So if you have the non-downloaded, how do you get on other people's streams? Or they send you a link, right? Scott, see, I don't know what I'm doing. Scott, you need to tell me what I'm doing before the game, okay? Hello. CNS, I had the free version, but it renewed to the paid version. So I have to start using it. Sherman, I think they're trying to tell us a different way. Icky Vicky. Floaty. Orion says, I looked at Restream and Streamlabs. Restream looked like a decent option. It was a little cheaper than StreamYard. None of them are like dirt cheap. I'll say that. That I know of. But free does work. Nettie and JT, welcome to the chat. Have a great day, everyone. Just getting back home from the dock. I know it's time to go. We're still here, sweetie. It's time to go, but we're still talking. Well, welcome to the chat. DeFam Adventures. Yeah, I know. Nettie is working on editing, her favorite thing. Editing those wonderful vlogs she made down under. DeFam Adventures. Streamlabs is on my radar as well. Okay. DeFam Adventures. See you later, Nettie and JT. Whatever floats your boat. LOL. Icky Vicky. Oh, Ick KY Vicky. Ryan says, also Restream lets you stream to do 2 different platforms in their free version. The only catch was streaming to Facebook. They only let you stream to your personal page in the free version. See, I don't know anything about streaming to Facebook, so I need to find out that info as well. PK Adventures Travel, and not a brand page, which is what we have for PK Adventures FB page. See, you're telling me stuff that now I got to consider because, it's not like I'm not already using live from YouTube. So I know I'll be using it. That's not the problem. I'm really not that concerned about the cost at this point. It's just another thing to add to the cost of working, right? But I am not monetized yet, so I don't know if that counts. I haven't made any money. I don't know if they'll let me expense something, and I haven't made any money yet. I hope to soon at least get to like the super chat area of things. Okay? So I can at least say I made $1.99, right? So I'm going to write off $45 a month. I tell you. But yeah, all right. People still coming in. Danny said, Scott, I forgot whether I said hi to you or not. Scott is lurking. He probably does not know. Okay. He is lurking and working right now. I can tell you that for sure. Why is this thing not going up? At this point, it will not go up, y'all. Then it jumped and went down. I just love it. See, this is why I need StreamYard, because I have trouble with this thing. I don't know if StreamYard does this, but does it jump like this? This is crazy. Please remember to click the like button. Thank you as you guys are leaving for your day. I appreciate y'all, and thank you for doing that because it means a lot to the algorithm, and it means a lot to me because I want other creators to come in and be able to benefit from us helping and supporting communities. So DeFam Adventure says bye. Bye, Ron. Savage Batman, I'm at 601 YouTube followers and 1712 valid public watch hours right now. Cool. I'm telling you, those watch hours, they're very upsetting. You look at your watch hours, don't do it daily. Tanisha says, my hours have dropped so low. I had over 3,400 watch hours, and now I'm down to 2,972. Well, here's the thing. Tanisha, you got that StreamYard. I would advise you to do something like, I don't know, stream something. And then when people watch, you'll get more watch hours. So, you don't have to necessarily stream talking if you don't want to talk. You can stream other things. I don't know what the other things are. I know Pitt and Fur both do things like, sounds and visuals. And I love, by the way, Camille, I love your jazzy stuff. I love that. I play that on my TV too. I love jazz. So So Ron is saying, Scott is saying hi to Ron. Yeah, Scott's been lurking. Hashtag grow from Nettie and JT. Danny D. Scott, I forgot. Oh, yeah, she said she forgot if she'd said hello to you. Thank you to Fam Adventures for sharing your link. Okay. Thank you, Savage Batman. Crystal's World. Hi, Crystal. Another new friend of mine. Thank you for coming to the chat, dear. Good morning, she says. Good morning, chat. Yeah, we're on our way out, because we end at 11, but we're over time about 10 minutes right now, and that's okay. I want everybody to have a chance to connect with each other. Tanisha says, I know, Ron, it's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. The hours thing, the YouTube journey is not easy, as we all know. But the hours thing, you know that people are doing all kinds of imaginative things to get those hours, because in order to get the hours and keep the hours, you have to put in work really every day. So it's crazy. Savage Batman. Scott is getting a promotion in Gotham from president. Good. Scott needs a promotion. He also needs some PTO. Could you give him some time off? He has expressed this over and over that he needs some time off. Crystal Wool says, I hope everyone is having a good morning so far. We're having a good morning. Mine has gotten better. It started off bad, Crystal. It started off bad. Okay. The group here heard my sad story. If you want to hear it, you'll have to play the replay, because I didn't even go in there. I'm in much better mood now that I have connected with the community, because earlier I was ready to curse somebody out. But anyway, I'm doing good now, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to get mushy, Ron. Ron's already gone, so he doesn't know. But everybody's saying thank you for connecting. Oh, yeah, Scott is on tonight, right? Scott, are you on tonight? Oh, I missed Travel with Josie Ann. Hold up. Welcome into the chat, Travel with Josie Ann. You just caught us. We're getting ready to leave, but we wanted everybody to have a chance to connect with everybody while they were here. That's why they're typing hashtag grow to show their link. And the replay will come up too with all of the information that we have been talking about. We've talked about a few interesting things, like we're talking about StreamYard. I like when we share our experience, good or bad, on here on this community, because sometimes things we learn from each other. Sometimes things don't go well with certain things, and it's best that we tell other people in our community so they don't have the same problem, right? Now, StreamYard, I don't think it's hard, but for some reason I seem to have a little bit of a block about it. Scott's going to take me out of that block. So pull me in. I can feel it. But hello, and thank you for coming, Josie Ann. And Tanisha says, haven't commented yet. Well, after the show, because it's good to comment. When you connect with other people, comment, hit the notifications when you subscribe, so that YouTube will know that you're engaging. It thinks that we're bots, by the way, because it has to make sure that you're engaging with something on the channel in order to count you as a true subscription. It's kind of crazy. Everybody has their idea of what is engaging is. There's a lot of different ideas, but be sure and comment, if nothing else. Comment, watch a little bit, or as much as you can. I know that in the morning that can be difficult, but if you can't watch a lot right now, you can always catch it later on. I think it holds on to your subscription probably for a day or two. I don't know. Mine stick most of the time. I haven't had any problems, but I've heard people talk about how a lot of people have gone and subscribed to their channel, and then the next day, they're dropping off. I think that's because you haven't actually engaged with the channel. And when a whole bunch of subscriptions come at one time, that's when YouTube starts paying close attention. It's like, they got 10 subscriptions in 20 minutes. That's when they think it's a bot. So comment when you get a chance, for sure. And I'm going to show you, Scott says, I'm going to show you tonight on my live with Ron. You're going to bring me in with your with Ron. Oh my. Oh my. Crystal's World. Hi to Fam Adventures. I don't know if he's still here. I don't know. Scott says, I'm going to put it up on the screen and show you. Oh, so you're not going to pull me in. Well, that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. Well, you guys, it's after 11 o'clock. Danny says, oh, yeah, I forgot you were on tonight, Scott. So what time are you on tonight? Are you on at 7 o'clock tonight? Let me know. Okay, great. Thanks, Tanisha. I guess I could go and look at your thumbnail. I guess I could do that. Okay, everybody's still subbing with each other. That's good. Oh, everybody's saying thank you. Savage says, I gave Scott PTO. That's why he's getting a promotion. Scott is getting more PTO. I know Scott wishes he really could get more PTO. Mushy Vicky, thank you. Ron is still here. Crystal's World. Okay, I understand it, and I will. Happy to know that you're feeling better. Okay. Scott said, thanks, Batman. Working and lurking. Ron says, okay, I have to do this work thing. See y'all next time. I guess you should go back to work, Ron. Got to pay for that StreamYard. Anyway, and then Batman says, well, Vicky is getting promoted to Gotham president. Yay! I need a promotion. You don't get promotions on YouTube. Occasionally you get a milestone, and that's always a good thing, but no promotion. There you go. Scott says, so Scott is company leader of Gotham with me. Okay. Scott is the hardest working man on YouTube. Tanisha says, YouTube team can be haters and sub blockers. Oh my gosh, yes. I don't understand. I guess I get it about the bots. Okay, I do get that some people cheat and somehow figure out how to subscribe to a lot of, do a lot of stuff they're not supposed to be doing. But it can be very painful to get a bunch of subs at one time and then lose them all. They play with my emotions too. Too darn much. Right. I agree, Tanisha. And then Danny D said, how big is it? Danny. I'm afraid to ask. What are you talking about? She says, I'll be there performing mod linker dropper. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're going to be there, Danny, because I know you always drop my link and I appreciate you. You are the super mod. Thank you. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. Although we have 14 people in the chat. Wow. Somebody is lurking. Who's lurking? If it's my husband, I'm sorry I said that about your food, baby. Just so you know. Oh, Savage Batman. So that's why we're the greatest team on YouTube, Vicky, me, you, and Scott. Gotham, I tell you, the Gotham team. We are so awesome. Y'all hit the thumbs up. That would be so nice. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. Yes, thank you. Oh, so we're going to get off of here because it's almost 11:20. You guys have made my day so much better. And if you missed the beginning of this where I've ranted, definitely hit the replay if you want to hear that rant. If you don't want to hear the rant, that's okay too. Danny D said, great stream. Thank you. And Nettie and JT giving me the thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Oh, you don't have the thumbnail up yet, Scott. Okay, well then just tell me the info right now. Look the way I said that right now. What's the info for you and Ron? What time is that show? Thank you, Scott. I will definitely be there because I need to know. Uh, Hashtag blame Scott. I am going to blame Scott. Scott, you need more PTO so you can go on more cruises. But the unhinged, I didn't say it by name, y'all. The unmatched, unhinged, unhearted non-group cruise on February 14th of 2027. Be there. Be there. It's going to be the cruise. Okay. It's going to have both Scotties, me, my husband, um, Carnival cruise addicts alone. They're just a mess. But then Antoinette at Fun, June, Ron, Sherman. Oh, I'm telling you, Jeremy and Cheryl, everybody's going to be on that cruise. So be sure to book that cruise. Be there or be square. Thank you, Sherman. I appreciate that. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Be on that cruise. We're going to call that the cruise of love. Hashtag cruise of love. Creator love. I don't know. I'm going to come up with a good name for it. The Love Cruise. That sounds too much like the Love Boat, right? Savage Batman. Scott is a co-leader of God. Hashtag, right? Hashtag don't blame Scott. Hashtag I always blame Scott because usually when something's up, it's Scott. Hardest man in YouTube, hardest working man. What did I say? Hardest working man in YouTube. Oops. See, I've been hanging out with Scott too much. Talk to y'all later. Blame Scott.